a special guest on the phone. Someone that is a legend, respected, worshipped by guitar players, and admired by even the people that mentored him. He's blues guitar great Johnny Winter. You know, Johnny released his first record and played his first big festival, a little thing called Woodstock, in 1969. Since then, Johnny has gone on to release dozens more records and play thousands more shows all over the world. Next month, the guitar player who helped turn on an entire generation of hippies to blues masters like Muddy Waters and John Lee Hooker, and himself, will be headlining at the Winthrop Rhythm and Blues Festival. It's their 26th annual festival. It starts on Friday, July 19th and runs through Sunday, the 21st. Johnny will be the featured act on Saturday night, July 20th. For the complete schedule, just go to winthropbluesfestival.org at bobrivers.com. Johnny Winter, welcome to the Bob Rivers Show in Seattle. Hey, Johnny.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, sir?
Fine.
You know, as I look at some of your history, there's a couple of things that strike me. One is there was a time when the blues was so big that without top 40 hits, it was packing the stadiums all over the country. And that was really part of your heyday, right?
Yeah, it really was.
Do you feel you're helping to? And this is another thing that struck me. You, it seems to me, are helping to keep the blues alive. The greats,
Right, too.
like Muddy Waters and John Lee Hooker. You've done so much for them, and I'll get into a little bit of that. What is it about blues music that that you can tell people why it's so important?
It's got more feeling and more emotion than any other music I've ever heard.
That's that.
Yep, that's it.
You know, a good blues guy does a lot with very little. You just did that with that sentence. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah. I read that you, your hero was Muddy Waters, and
Yeah, I love Buddy's music.
he called you son.
Yeah, it was a real honor.
Yeah, and then you actually went out and toured with him and revived his career, and just did some amazing stuff. And you kind of engineered his comeback, didn't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. What was that like for you?
Oh, it was a big thrill. 'Cause I just loved Buddy as a person,
Mm-hmm.
and I loved his music, so being able to help him out was just great. It was a whole lot of fun for me.
Very neat. Do you know where Winthrop is? Have you ever been there before?
I don't think so.
You will love it. It's beautiful. It's the Wild West. It's it's a horse cow town. It's
at the foot of the mountains,
rolling
river.
hills at
Yep.
the foot of the mountains, and it just
Real nice.
yeah, it's gorgeous. It's also in the middle of nowhere, but people come from everywhere to go to this blues
great.
festival. Yeah, so you're playing there in July, and are you coming through Seattle? Do you know?
I don't really know.
You just don't really know. You're just going to be there, right?
Yeah.
And then someone will take you there. All right. Well, if you come through Seattle, Johnny, and you would, we would love to have you come by the radio station and play live on the radio. I don't know if you ever do that. Do you ever play live on the radio?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, you have an invitation, but I know it depends on the travel.
Yeah, it sure does.
All right. How hard are you working these days? How often do you play?
About 100 jobs a year.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a good bit.
May I ask how old you are? I don't want to pry.
69.
69? And you're just going to, I mean, you there's no stopping, right?
No, I don't want to retire.
Never. Just keep playing the blues. Yes, Joe.
I see you're going to be in this weekend. You're in Norway, and you're going to Finland for the 4th
No, we just got back from there.
Oh, you just got back from Norway. Okay.
Right.
And you're in Finland on the 4th of July. Is that right?
I don't think so.
Oh, really? Okay.
You know what? I don't know that John. I don't know that he's got. You know, you don't have to worry. You have people to take care of that for you, right, John?
I don't need to know.
You don't need to know.
Well,
Just, where's the stage? Where's my guitar?
They're selling tickets for you in Finland and Belgium right now. So,
Yeah, he'll be there.
And,
He will be there.
And then back down to Oxford, Mississippi, before Winthrop, which is I was born in Water Valley, right next to Oxford.
Really?
Yes, sir. Is there a difference when you're playing, down at Ole Miss, where people grew up on Johnny Winter music, than when you're playing a club in Finland or Belgium?
Yeah, it's definitely different. Mississippi's where the blues started.
Yes, sir.
When they just re-released the 40th anniversary DVD of Woodstock, 3 Days of Love and Peace, the director's cut, they finally put on it you playing Meantown Blues.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Oh, that's right. You can't see it. Have you heard it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right. I forgot about the eye thing.
It's easy to forget.
No, that's okay. And you did you ever feel slighted that it didn't come out in the earlier Woodstock?
Oh, yeah, it was a drag, but it was my manager's idea. He said, "Well, the festival lost money. The movie probably won't be anything good." He didn't think it'd be a good idea. He always said it was the biggest mistake he ever made.
Oh, wow.
That's the reason.
So it wasn't that you were cut out of it; it's that your manager didn't want to give him the rights because he thought it was a loser show. Wow, that's too bad. But it's good that you're rightfully where you should be.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That movie has made a lot of people's career.
Yeah. So you went through some stuff. I think it was the 70s and 80s, and you talk about it a little bit. You you had some. Drinking and heroin and things like that.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know, after all these years, do you have any regrets, or are you just...
I wish I hadn't done heroin.
You do wish you hadn't done it.
Regret I have. I wish I'd never done that. It's just not a good drug.
And now, tell me what you do today, like a cup of tea, and do you do anything today?
No, I don't do anything.
That's good. Do you eat special foods and things?
No, just whatever I like.
They Keith Richards did an interview, and he says he thought he got more out of drugs than they got out of him. That
he wouldn't agree with that.
He feels that he actually got the better end of the deal. That's probably, you wouldn't say that's the truth with you, huh?
No, I wouldn't. I hated it.
Hated it?
Yeah, I really did.
That's good to know. Johnny Winter. Johnny, these days, do you have a favorite song?
No, I really don't.
They're all great?
There's one song by Maria Mulder called "I'm Not Alone" that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good song.
I read an interview recently, Johnny, where you said that you don't like any new music, that there's really nothing out there.
Not much of it. The Black Keys are okay.
Black Keys, oh yeah, from Akron, they are good.
Yeah, they are good. I like them.
Will the blues be there forever?
I really think it will.
Yeah.
It's not as good as it was in the 50s and 60s.
It isn't.
It's still around.
Okay. And someone coming up young now who's learning the blues could be listening to you. What would you pass? You've done so well for your mentors and the people who were before you. What would you say to young up-and-coming blues artists? And I know my question is going to be longer than your answer, I'm sure.
To listen to all the guys that started out doing it, like Son House and B.B. King, Robert Johnson. Listen to all the older guys. Then you do it your own way.
Listen to them and then change it the way you want to.
Exactly.
Johnny Winter in Stamford, Connecticut. Johnny, we look so much forward to seeing you.
Oh, I'm looking forward to being there.
Thank you for staying on the road and bringing the blues to the people.
Oh, thank you.
All right, take care. Bye.
Okay.